Medan Bates, and it's another victory.
Another win, but probably the toughest game they've had at the King Power, I think. I thought Sunderland were excellent, came out, pressured Leicester, even in the second half, give it a right old go. And unlucky, had a few good chances towards the end of the game there, catching Leicester out on the counter-attack, and potentially probably could have got something out of the game, but with the quality in their squad up front, they just couldn't get that, that finishing touch.
To be fair, the game should have been done and dusted after 5 minutes of the second half, really. Yeah. Leicester had two great chances. Patterson once again, both from Casadei, made two incredible saves. Maybe shouldn't have had the chance to save them to keep them out. Could have been three after 55 minutes. It wasn't to be, but the lads dug in and they grinded it out. Yeah, slightly fortuitous at times with maybe some bad finishing from Sunderland, but that's what now, 4 consecutive clean sheets at home. 6 in 13 in the Championship, the most. If you've got a defence that's not leaking goals, you only need to score 1, and as James Justin did.
Yeah, again, just that single goal by JJ, first half was enough to win the game, and lost his man, great header. Obviously he's had to come off towards the end there with a cut to his face. But it's another clean sheet, another 3 points. That's all you can ask for. Just the games come thick and fast in this Championship, and onto QPR Saturday now.
Got to give Sunderland credit for the way they approached the game. Tony Mowbray. We spoke about it. How would he send his team out? I mean, they've given it everything. They really have. And I saw them early in the season, and I was very impressed. They're very, very young, energetic, high tempo, intensity, all those things that you would expect from a young group. I think they'll feel bitterly disappointed they haven't got anything. I think they were in double figures of shots on Hermanson's goal, but just poor finishing at the end of the day. But yeah, hit the post twice in the first half, 23 great. Iheanacho's chance when Casadei slipped in through as well on his left foot. You'd expect Kelechi to hit the target at the very least. No, great 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe we've got Cesare Casadei, who is in the tunnel live after just coming off the pitch. Cesare, can you hear me? Did you enjoy that one this evening? It doesn't appear that we can hear him. We'll get the sound sorted for Cesare in just a moment. We'll come back to him in one moment, Cesare. We're just going to try and fix the sound. You can hear us clearly. We can't quite hear you yet, obviously, but we're delighted. And he was fantastic in that midfield today.
Yeah, obviously came in, replacing Wilf today. It's come in and match his energy. And, he showed that today. He showed the quality on the pitch. He was getting in between the lines, trying to feed the forwards free plays to get on the ball and try and start the attacks, and I thought that was one of his better games.
With a bit more luck, he could have the match ball under his arm. But his performance in the second half was top class.
Yeah, Jerry, how impressed were you with Cesare Casadei? You're still out in the press box for us, having been on commentary. Hopefully we'll hear from him in just a moment, but he was really good in that midfield, wasn't he?
He's got great energy, hasn't he? And at times he was running off the back of the Sunderland defenders in midfield. They couldn't keep up with him, and really unlucky. The 2 shots he's had, he's tried to do the right things, i.e. take them early. I think the first one, I don't know whether he was caught in 2 minds, whether to ping it with power or try and place it in the corner. And in the end, the keeper still makes a good save. The second one he has to take first time. It's coming at him at a bit of pace, and he's just a little bit unlucky again, but I mean, he's got a fantastic leap as well in the air, and he used that to great effect as well in the second half when Leicester were under pressure and the keeper's having to go long, and you need someone to win that flick on, and time and again he made sure that he won that flick on. So yeah, he had a really good game this evening.
Overall, Jerry, how pleased were you with the performance? Obviously Sunderland had their chances, didn't they? Leicester also had their chances to extend the lead as well.
Yeah, listen, I think Ewan's mentioned that the game should have been over. Leicester created the better chances, the better goal scoring opportunities. I think Sunderland had one clear-cut opportunity with Ba, which, he ballooned over the bar, couldn't hit the target. At least, as far as Leicester were concerned, they made the keeper make saves, and a couple of really good saves. The save from Iheanacho, I think, is a top-class save. Because he hits that through Kelechi, and that is arrowing into the far corner. I'm sat right behind it when he shoots, and he gets the faintest of touches to clip it under the bar. So credit to Sunderland. I think their game plan, we haven't seen that before from any team, well, from any game I've been at anyway. I thought their game plan was excellent. They're a young side, full of energy, full of tempo. And Leicester matched that. They're a bit more experienced, a bit more longer in the tooth, shall we say. But yeah, and after, a long old journey to Swansea and back, that's a great result tonight. That.
Yeah, that's a good point. Really good point. And it was a tough game against Swansea, especially in that first half. We've spoken about the Championship. It is a slog, 46 game season. It's a long old season. Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday. You ain't going to dominate every game. You ain't going to win 3-4-1, 4-0 every game. Sometimes you've got to roll your sleeves up, dig in, and grind the result out. And this 3 points tonight is as important as the 4-1 at Southampton or the 4-1 at Blackburn. You still get the same amount of points for the win. It's a massive win. 8 points clear of second, 14 points clear of Leeds in third. Yeah, no, they play tomorrow night. Got a great chance to go to a club that are really struggling on Saturday. A little bit more of it, please.
Yeah, and just a sign of not like weren't Leicester's best performance today, but to get over the line and get the 3 points, that's always a good sign when you're not playing well and you're picking games up. I'm not saying he played a really bad game, but we've seen Leicester play better, haven't we, and dominate teams. But I've got to give credit.
It's probably more credit to Sunderland, isn't it?
100%, 100%.
And good with the energy as well. Long trip from Swansea, and then you've got a young side coming here, going to try and run all over you, which Sunderland tried to do. It's going to take out you, and fair play to Leicester for standing up to it and getting the result in the end.
We haven't seen a team, and I know it's early days still in the season, come to the King Power and play like Sunderland did. So all credit to them. I can't believe that a team that's lost their last three, probably dropped out of the top six after this defeat. They're a good side. They're a very good side. Yeah,
that was, I guess, what dominated, Jerry, the build-up, wasn't it? Was how Sunderland maybe would approach the game, and they did come and they came with energy and would probably count themselves going back up to the North East a little bit unlucky tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think on the balance of the chances, if you analyse the game in the second half, Leicester were a better team in the first half. It was pretty even, Stephen. They created opportunities. Leicester had the better chances to score, in my opinion. So, yeah. But they had a good chance with Ba, in my opinion. And had one or two other opportunities. But, they're a good side. They're a good young side. Technically very good. And, they buy into what Tony Mowbray's trying to do. All his teams like to play football. He's a very accomplished manager. And just on the back of what the lads were saying, and just to try and reiterate how big this result is, Enzo Maresca goes to the cop end here and starts throwing his hands up into the air and thanking the fans. I don't think I've seen that before from him. So he understands how big a game and how big a result that was, after what they've just been through. So, full credit to him for showing his appreciation to the fans.
And the atmosphere was good tonight, wasn't it, Jerry?
Excellent. Both sets of fans were excellent. The Sunderland fans, you would expect, didn't stop singing all night, and obviously the Leicester fans got behind the team. And I think they realised that, this was a proper game of football with both teams trying to go for the win. Even though Sunderland were off the back of two disappointing results, they still came here with that philosophy. They came and played a high press. No one's done that. No one's done that I've seen here at King Power Stadium, and it almost worked for them. But yet again, Leicester just too good on the night.
Interesting to hear what Jerry was saying then about Enzo Maresca. Really, at the end, the way he went up to the crowd, he clearly could tell how vital a 3 points that could be.
It's a collective effort, Dan. If the team aren't quite playing to the level that the crowd expect them to be, it's important that the crowd stay with them, and I think they did tonight. That second half, I thought Leicester had probably the better of it. I think Sunderland maybe, I think it's fair to say in the last 10-15 minutes they probably looked the more threatening, but up until that last 15, until Tony Mowbray made a few changes, he brought 3 subs on, Bar being one of those, but I think for a long period in the first 20-25 minutes of that first half, Leicester dominated and created the chances that should have made it a more comfortable night.
Yeah, unfortunately, the technology this evening has beaten us, so we
Always
won't
technology
hear
down
from
in it.
Cesare Casadei yet. Hopefully, we will get some post-match reaction coming up here on Matchday Live, so don't go anywhere. We'll also preview the game with QPR at the weekend and also talk about James Justin's performance tonight in just a short while.
Who wants to join me? Shopping at King Power. 3-day, 2-night stay booked. See ya.
To the rooftop bar.
To snap a photo for my IG.
To eat the famous pad thai.
The new collection is calling me.
Sure, there's a perfume I want. Let me ask my sis.
Yes, of course I'm going.
Leicester City, Fox never quit.
Let's go. It's possible because King Power is more than just duty-free. Shop latest trends in beauty and gadgets, your coolest staycation, the legendary pad thai, best street food in town, a place to support your team, a fancy dinner, enjoy shopping at downtown stores and online, or even the thrill of a new experience. Explore your everyday possibilities. The power of possibilities. King Power.
The new season's nearly here and the opinions are getting stronger.
We've got serious pulling power now.
What? To get the top 2 players now?
Right?
It's like I've been saying, if he settles the squad, we'll be back on top.
Only this time we're going for the quadruple.
You are joking, aren't you?
The time for talk is nearly over.
With over £4 million in free bet giveaways and huge price boosts, kick off your season with Sky Bet. That's betting better.
Jameson Black Barrel unlocks a richer taste experience from barrels charred black by fire for notes of butterscotch, toasted oak and, ooh, moments like this.
You're built different. Breathing new life into broken. Taking matters into your own hands. Assembling big dreams from the small things. Never stopping until you find right part at the right price. That's the eBay way.
Hello, football fans. This is a smart meter display. It helps you tackle energy usage, manage your spending, and keep you on target. Now that's a hat trick. Search Get a Smart Meter today.
Jameson Black Barrel unlocks a richer taste experience from barrels charred black by fire for notes of butterscotch, toasted oak and, ooh, moments like this.
The new season's nearly here and the opinions are getting stronger.
We've got serious pulling power now.
What? To get the top 2 players now?
Right?
It's like I've been saying, if he settles the squad, we'll be back on top.
Only this time we're going for the quadruple.
You are joking, aren't you?
The time for talk is nearly over.
With over £4 million in free bet giveaways and huge price boosts, kick off your season with Sky Bet. That's betting better.
Welcome back to Matchday Live here on Fox's Hub. We can go straight to pitch side because Cesare Casadei is indeed mid-conversation with Guy Havard, our commentator.
From everyone,
now.
And we are happy.
The goalkeeper had a good game, didn't he? What's your disappointment?
Yeah. He did a very good save. The second time and the first as well. But I think the first time, the first opportunity, I could score. I should have scored because it was easy.
Is that your best game for Leicester? Do you feel?
I don't know. I always try to give my best, and I think I can do even more. I can give more than that. I want to always improve every game, and that's what I want.
And it asked some questions of the team as well, didn't it? You had to hang in there at the end, defending.
Yeah, when we have to defend all together, and we did. And we worked hard in the middle of the pitch, in the midfield, in every part of the pitch. Was, as I said, was a good effort from everyone, and we are really happy because we demonstrated that we are a really strong team, even when the opponent is aggressive.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
That was Guy Havard there in conversation with Cesare Casadei. I believe in just a moment we'll get a word as well from Harry Winks. Very quickly sum up Casadei's performance.
Second half's the best I've seen him in a Leicester shirt. I thought he's outstanding.
We're not going to hear from Harry Winks actually now in the end. So a little bit longer. Elaborate a little bit more, you That was very quickly, so I'll give you that.
This is a player that won the Golden Ball for the player of the UEFA Under-20 World Cup.
Top scorer, yeah.
And got the top scorer. So 2 massive awards. He's a talent. And as Tag said, he's a big size, he's a good size, he's an outlet, he'll win his fair share in the air. But that second half, I thought especially the first 25 minutes of it, he got the game by the scruff of the neck, to be fair to him.
It's hard for him as well, because he's not been starting games, has he? So it's like I think his last start was Norwich away, and he probably hadn't played a while before that, and I thought fitness-wise he struggled a bit in that game. Looked a bit leggy, but today, you could see like the power he's got. He was getting forward. At the outball, he said with the flick-ons when Hermansen was under pressure, he was the outball for the flick-ons, and he was good in the air, won every header. Solid performance by him, and he'd be looking forward to the next game now, hoping to start the game and keep this run of form going. Yeah,
fair play to him, Jerry. He himself said he probably should have been on the score sheet at least once this evening.
Yeah, and listen, he's probably desperate. They add to his goal tally. He obviously hasn't scored since his debut, scoring the winner, and that would have been an unbelievable feeling for him. And he wants to add to that. And tonight wasn't a great opportunity for him to do that. It's just unlucky for the lad. But hopefully that will give him a lot of confidence moving forward. That he has to keep making them runs. He's timing them runs to perfection to get into the box and get on the end of those chances, and being able to hit them first time. It's all about now, can I have the composure and can I have the technique to make sure that when I'm running onto those balls from the edge of the box, I've got that technique and composure to just slot them into the bottom corner, or else fire them in with, a degree of power. That's the only thing that was missing tonight. But when you actually analyse where he's made those runs from, it's fantastic play from him.
And overall, that midfield again, considering Wilfred Ndidi was out, Casadei comes in, it still has a tick to it, doesn't it? Whether it's Ndidi, whether it's Casadei, and Ricardo in there with Dewsbury Hall. Yeah, it's massive that all the squad gets the games. Casadei's come in for his chance and he's done excellent. Will he start next game? You just don't know, do you? But as a player, as a midfielder, when you've had a good game, he wants to play the next game. But obviously, Ndidi's been rested tonight, not on the bench. You'd expect him to come back in on Saturday, wouldn't you, against QPR? But who would it be for? Will it be for Dewsbury Hall, or would it be for Casadei? So you just don't know.
I'm alright in thinking that Harry Winks has started every game.
Championship game, yes.
And that tells you, and that shows the importance that Harry Winks gives that team in that sort of lone anchoring midfield role, which allows your Dewsbury Halls, your Casadei's, your Ndidi's to make those forward runs. I mean, he's vital for the team. He's that link-up play between the defenders and the attack as well. Never wastes a pass. Intelligent. I mean, it's a great place to be in when you've got so many good options at your disposal.
Yeah, he ain't coming out of the team, is he?
No.
Not a chance. No. If he's fit and ready, the only time he's not going to play if he gets suspended. Is he a booking away from
he's on 4, isn't he? Yeah, he's on 4.
So he's a booking away from getting suspended, so it'll be interesting to see who do come in. But yeah, if Harry Winks is fit or not suspended, he plays every game, no matter what.
James Justin, Jerry, obviously didn't maybe start the season, did he, as much as people were potentially expecting. Callum Doyle came in, he picked up that injury. James Justin has come in, he looked good again this evening, obviously getting the goal, that will grab the headlines.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, at the end of the day, he's made the difference. Vital goal from a set piece, good solid header. I was a little bit critical on Saturday, tiny bit critical when he had a chance to clear his lines with a free header, and he sort of popped it up in the air, and Swansea went through and hit the bar later on in the first half after they just equalised. And today he proved that he knows how to head a ball properly, right in the middle of the head, bang, thank you very much. That's how you head the ball. And again, on the flip side, you know, Sunderland had a chance with Bellingham, who had a free header. And if he hits it in the meat of his forehead, it's in the back of the net, but he doesn't. And it goes flying over the bar. And it's a lost start, being able to head a ball properly. But James Justin showed that he can do it, and that was a really good header and a vital. Well, it turned out to be a vital header because it was the match winning goal.
Because it would have been really nervy had it stayed 0-0, by the way.
Yeah, and what he's done, he's kept the championship's top goal scorer quiet as well. I know Clark had a chance in the first few minutes of the game, and Hermanson's made a really good save. But all in all, you know, James Justin sort of kept him very, very quiet. And it's just great to see him fit. It's great to see him fit after what he's gone through. He must have suffered some dark days, being out for so long with the horrendous injuries that he's had. It's just great to see him enjoying himself with a smile on his face. And at least one fullback scored tonight.
Yeah, just with the fault, and obviously JJ's everyone thought he was going to play left back, didn't he, today? But obviously he's been switched to the right back. You know, both fullbacks can play either side, which is perfect. You've seen Ricardo play on the left, you've seen him play on the right. So that's ideal for Enzo, that he can trust any one of them. I think JJ was out there with a bit more pace, maybe.
For Jack
Clark, you know, to try and, you know, he's been leading goal scorer in the championship. You know, so for me, JJ was excellent. He scored the goal, kept Jack Clark quiet, and rightly so won the game for Leicester.
It's interesting, Jerry, isn't it, that it doesn't actually matter for that role, whether it's the right back that's inverted into midfield or the left back, in fact, as it was tonight.
Yeah, I think, you know, the lads are right. I was saying on commentary, I wonder why he's put Ricardo the left back and Justin the right back. And then, as you know, as the game started, you know, it was pretty easy to see why. Because, you know, obviously they've got two talented wide players, Sunderland, but for different reasons. So again, I think Enzo got his tactics spot on. I have to say, both fullbacks I thought were immense tonight. And I also, defensively, and I also think that both wide players were immense defensively. You know, Fatawu in the first half, along with Mavididi, but I thought Mavididi in the second half made some unbelievable recovery runs. So they're not to be missed out. I think down both flanks defensively, and let's face it.
Sorry, Jerry, I'm just going to cut you off because Enzo Maresca is pitchside with Guy Havard. Right. We'll come back to you, Jerry, I promise. Right, here's Enzo Maresca.
We expect them in the way they arrive here. Off the ball, they work man to man. It's always difficult for us because against man to man it's not easy. But in the same time, very happy because what we have done, to be honest, what the player they have done is something unbelievable, 12 or 30, and we need to continue.
Was it the toughest test you've had this season?
Probably at home, could be, yes, could be. Away we face, every game is difficult, but sometimes when they are so aggressive for us it's more difficult because we want to play, they want to try to make high pressing, to recover the ball, create chances, but it's normal, yeah.
It's been a season when you've had so many players who stepped up, and it was James Justin today with his header and his first goal of the season.
Yeah. We work during the week set pieces, as we said. Sometimes we score, sometimes we concede, but it's part of the game.
You said it, 12 wins from 13. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes. The only problem that I just said also to the players that in football we lose more than we win, so we need to understand that and to enjoy the moment and to continue. But it's not something normal, and the same message is for the fans. They have to enjoy the moment, but at the same time they have to think that what they have done is something unbelievable, and we need their support always.
You say it's not normal, but it's August, September, October. It's happened for the best part of 3 months. So is this not becoming the norm that you win?
Yes, but you see how we struggle to win a game. So that means that it's not easy. Tonight, the last game, we were 1-0 down and then we come back and win the game. So it's never easy, never easy.
Wilfred Ndidi didn't play tonight. He wasn't on the bench. Can you just tell us how he is and good chance of playing Saturday at QPR?
We see. Could be, yeah, we see. Just not small problem, just a little bit tidiness, and now it's normal. We play every 3 days, so we don't want to take any risk with him.
Well done tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you to Guy Havard there, who was with Enzo Maresca, who's a very happy man, as you can imagine.
He's just trying to keep everybody's feet on the ground, including mine. I was looking at record points tally on last night's show. Oh, Dan, he must be absolutely delighted. You know, when he took over the club, fresh from relegation, the turnover in players was ridiculous. The recruitment's been outstanding. 12 wins out of 13. Best defensive record in the league. I think best attacking record in the league. I mean, what a job! What a job the man's done.
Yeah, Jerry, we'll go back to you because we rudely interrupted you, didn't we, for Enzo Maresca there, who's trying to keep everybody's feet on the ground there. Are your feet firmly on the ground in the press box, or are you letting yourself look ahead a little bit?
No, listen, he has to say that, you know, and he does right to say that because, you know, Leicester have got some younger players themselves. Okay, if you look at the older heads like your Albrightons, Vardys, your Harry Winks, even the likes of Ricardo, they'll know exactly what's going on and how much football there is to play. So, but for the younger lads like Fatawi, Mavididi, they can be forgiven, you know, for letting themselves get a little bit carried away. So it's down to the manager to make sure that their feet stay firmly on the ground. There's a whole raft of games coming between now and the turn of the year, and anything can happen. But having said that, you know, us three don't play anymore, so we can say what we like. So you have to say things are looking really good, Dan. You know, they really are. That's probably the best team I've seen here at King Power this season. And Leicester, I wouldn't say quite comfortably, but Leicester were a better team yet again, and they've won the game. And it was a hard-fought win tonight against a good, hungry, young Sunderland side. And he won't have many harder games than that this season. There's one or two. Let's get it right, and probably in a couple of weeks' time when Leeds roll into town, who are resurgent, that'll be a tough game. The game on Boxing Day against Ipswich away, you're expecting that to be a pretty tough game. But when you look at the league table, the points are in the bag. Ipswich have an extra game to play. You know, Leeds are playing catch up. You know, things are looking really, really good at the minute. You can't get away from that.
And they'll very much be bouncing into every game, News, won't they? And that includes Saturday, of course, away at QPR.
Yeah, against a team who are, you know, fair bottom in the league, struggling to win a game. You know, manager under pressure. You know, so the fans will go into that really confident. But you know, as we say, as the Championship goes, you know, Leicester are winning every game they play at the minute. But QPR will be tough. You know, it's a close knit ground. You know, the fans are right on top here. I think the players will be up for it, like they are every game. But it's just momentum going into each game, knowing that you're winning games, confidence, momentum, just grafting results out week in, week out, getting 3 points on the board, and that's all you can ask for. And the players are doing that at the minute.
I'm gonna put a smile on your face, Dan. They've taken 1 point at home this season. They haven't won in their last 10 games at Loftus Road. They've lost 8 of those 10.
Yeah.
They've won just once at home in their last 20 games. QPR.
You just jinxed it now.
Honestly, the way Leicester approach games, 100% away record, scoring goals for fun away from home, and News is right. It is quite tight. It's not as spacious as the King Power. But yeah, I know the Championship can throw some ridiculous results at times. I can't see anything else but a Leicester win. Honestly, I can't.
Well, as ever, every single game is available for you on Fox's Hub with us on Matchday Live, and that's no different, of course, on Saturday for that trip down to London to face QPR. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff, of course, on Saturday. That means you can join us from 2 p.m. We'll then be on extra time to assess what hopefully will be another victory. If it isn't, Ewan Roberts will be eating his words on extra time. And as ever, the latest episode of Leicester's the Place podcast is available with Matt Elliott and Jerry Taggart in conversation this time with their former manager, Martin O'Neill. Big thank you to Ewan Roberts tonight, to David Nugent for joining me in the studio, to Jerry Taggart for his co-commentary duty for tonight on what's been, a record-extending victory for the Foxes, who continue this phenomenal start to the season. That's 12 wins now out of a possible 13. Good night, everybody.